Leinster and the Stormers have both released their teams for their upcoming URC Semi-final at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. The referee for this game is Holly Davidson, who I think has been doing an incredible job this entire season. This is going to be a very fun game to watch. Now, I don't know if this game's going to be as close as the Glasgow vs Bulls game, just looking at it from a kind of team sheet perspective and who the teams have selected as well. But I still think the Stormers have a very good chance to win this game and pull off an upset away from home. Now, these teams have played against each other 4 times. Leinster winning 1 and Stormers winning 3. So I don't think those games were Leinster's strongest teams either, like Leinster sending their kind of weaker teams during the Six Nations periods to South Africa. I think that's what the case was. But still, Stormers have gotten the better of Leinster and they really haven't played each other that much as full strength teams. So this is going to be a very interesting game. Probably one of the first times we would have seen the Stormers and Leinster play against each other at full strength, which makes it even better, even more fun to watch. I mean, the average points scored for these two teams once they've played each other, Leinster 17 and the Stormers 26. So Stormers probably have the advantage looking at it from that perspective, but from a team sheet perspective, I'm not too sure. So Leinster in their last 5 games, they've won 4 out of their last 5 games. They lost to Bordeaux, they've beaten the Lions, the Ospreys, Toulon, and the Lions again. Stormers, they've won 2 out of their last 5 games, so not the best form, but they got a very crucial win against a very tough and gritty Cardiff team last week in Cape Town. So let's look at some of the teams they've selected and let's get right into it. But before we do, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Yes, there's a Springbok jersey here, and I've said it before in the other video. This was worn by a Springbok player against Wales in 2008. It's the number 10 jersey, a family friend of ours. So if you can guess who wore the number 10 jersey against Wales in Cardiff in 2008, well done to you. So if you get it right, if you like doing some research, go have a look at that. So this is a bit, I'm trying to change the setup here to make it look nice. So it's going to look a lot different in the next few coming months and weeks. So we're going to try to do a bit of an upgrade here. But let's get right into the teams they've selected, starting with Leinster, a very strong team. They've gone for Andrew Porter, Ronan Kelleher, Clarkson at number 3, Joe McCarthy at number 4, James Ryan at number 5, Deegan at number 6, number 7, Josh van der Vlier comes back. You all know I love Josh van der Vlier, he's a phenomenal player. Number 8, and captain, Caelan Doris. Number 9, Jameson Gibson Park. Number 10, Sam Prendergast gets another start after a very good performance last week. Number 11, James Lowe, potentially his last game in a Leinster jersey, maybe not if they survive another week. Number 12, Jamie Osborne, who I think is a class player. Number 13, Riku Ioane. They've built a bit of a good centre combination there as well. Number 14, Jay O'Brien. Number 15, Hugo Keenan. Then looking at the bench, we have McCarthy at number 16, Yusanov at number 17, Silamani at number 18. Number 19, we have Manga. Number 20, Jack Conan. Number 21, McGrath. Number 22, Harry Byrne. And number 23, Gary Ringrose. So a very strong team selected from Leinster. Probably the strongest team they have available right now. No Frawley as well, no Kieran Frawley, which I'm very, very shocked to see why they're not playing him. Might be bad blood because he's going to Connacht. Either way, I cannot wait to see Kieran Frawley next year at Connacht. There's a lot of Connacht fans on this channel. I love Connacht. I love watching Connacht play. And I think adding a guy like Kieran Frawley, no matter where he plays next year for Connacht, is going to be really good for that team. They have some very good players already. Maybe they can add a few more as well. Some guys that maybe want to leave Leinster as well. And just looking at this forward pack, they've got 6 guys who are regulars for the Ireland team in the forward pack. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And then looking at the back line, Sam Prendergast has played a lot of games at international level. He's received a lot of hate. But I think last week, if he can honestly continue to play the way he played last week, he's going to be just fine. He's going to have a really good game. And I like the way he just flows with the attack. I think adding Jameson Gibson Park to the number 9 jersey as well to kind of help him out this week really will help him, take some pressure off of him as well, because I know that Stormers team is probably going to target Sam Prendergast. He's going to have to get his shoulders warmed up because I think Ivan Ruiz is going to be running down his channel a lot this week. Dan du Plessis as well. Some big guys running down his channel. So he's going to have to be prepared. But Jameson Gibson Park, you need a guy like him to kind of steer the ship, be cool in those big moments as well, and just be calm under pressure. So some really good guys selected from Leinster. But let's have a look at the Stormers team as well. They've gone for Ntutuko Mchunu at number 1, Andre Igufente at number 2, Nedling Fisher at number 3, number 4, Andre Smith, number 5, Connor Evans, number 6, Paul de Villiers, number 7, Ben Jason Dixon, number 8, Ivan Ruiz. So you wouldn't look at this team and say, oh, they're experienced Springbok players. But if you've been watching the URC for a while, you look at this forward pack and say, okay, damn, that is a very good forward pack. Some very experienced URC level players there who have had some incredible seasons as well. Number 9, Imad Khan gets a start. Number 10, Yuri Matia. Number 11, Leolin Zas. Number 12, Dan Duplessis. Number 13, and captain Ruan now. Number 14, Wandisile Similani comes in for Siabelo Sonatla. Number 15, Damian Willemse. I mean, Damian Willemse needs to have a big game this week. It's a massive game for him. And I think it's a massive game for every single one of these Stormers players. And that's the thing. The Stormers are probably going to go out there and play as if it's their final. Where I think Leinster can play a good game and still beat the Stormers. But that being said, this Stormers team is nothing to joke around with. They can really beat any team on their given day. They've had some massive wins this season. And can they click like they did at the start of the season for these games? I think they can, and I think this game's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. Some people think it's going to be a Leinster whitewash. This isn't the Lions team. This is a very good Stormers team who's won this competition before and who's had a lot of success in this competition. Looking at the bench, they've gone for JJ Kotza, Vernon Matonga at number 17, number 18 Zachary Porter, number 19 Salman Murat, number 20 Ruan Ackerman, number 21 Marcel Tienison, number 22 Stefan Angra, and number 23 Warwick Galant. So a 6-2 split for the Stormers. Some guys being brought in. Of course, Sasha Ngomazulu is not playing, which is a massive loss for the Stormers. But I've said it before in previous videos, Yuri Matia is the kind of guy, his rugby style suits knockout playoff rugby. He likes sitting in the pocket, putting up some very accurate kicks. He plays a very good style of rugby. He can honestly break the game open with his footwork and pace as well. He's a very fast player, and I think he's probably the perfect guy that if you want to have a replacement fly half for these big games. I honestly think from all the clubs, Yuri Matia is probably the perfect guy and the best guy to have there. So I think it's going to be a very good game. Not the 2 first choice fly-halves for Leinster or the Stormers, but the guys they have around them are very good. And we're going to need to see some big games from some of these Stormers players. I mean, Untertokum Chunu, Andre Gevens and Nedlik Vasheer need a big game. Andre Smith needs to be dominant. Connor Evans, because there's no Ruben van Heerden, needs to be dominant as well. Needs to lead at line-out time. Ben Jason Dixon's going to have a lot more on his shoulders without Ruben van Heerden there. Paul de Villiers, can he slow down the ball so that Jameson Gibson Park and Sam Prendergast just don't get it going? He's going to have a big game. Ivan Roos needs to be all over the park and keep his discipline sharp. Imad Khan's got to be sharp. He's a very good player. I like the way he plays, but he's going to have to minimize his mistakes and just stay composed alongside a guy like Yuri Matia. Dan Duplessis and Ruan now. That's going to be a very fun combination battle to watch against the likes of a Jamie Osborne, against the likes of a Riku Ioane, who's played in a World Cup final as well, and who's done incredible things at international level rugby. Wandisile Similani comes in for Siabelo Sonatla, and I've said it, Wandisile Similani can beat their defender almost every time one-on-one, but how is his defense going to be against the physical, big, impressive James Lowe, who played incredibly well last week? Number 15, Damian Willemse against Hugo Keenan. That's going to be a fun battle to watch. So if you were to just say 1-for-1 on looking at the team sheets, I'd easily give the win to Leinster. But the thing with the Stormers team is they play very well as a unit, and they are a very tough physical team. They're very good at set piece. They're very good with the maul attack and maul defense, which I think Leinster are going to try capitalize on. And I think that honestly, I think the whole battle all over the park is going to be really close between both of these teams. So I will give my prediction, and I do think that Leinster is going to win this game. I mean, playing at the Aviva, those guys are used to it. Same thing with Glasgow. They're used to playing at Murrayfield. Same with Leinster. Most of those guys are used to playing at the Aviva Stadium. But this Stormers team has a point to prove. Leinster also, they're going to try kind of bounce back after losing the Champions Cup, but they've won this competition before. I think if the Stormers want to win this game or want a chance at winning this game, they cannot allow easy tries to be scored in the first couple of minutes the same way the Lions did. They cannot allow that because it's very difficult and almost impossible to come back against a team like Leinster if you start slow. They're going to have to come out the gates firing. We're going to need to get guys like Ntotokum, Chunu, Ivan Roos, Paul de Villiers flying around the corner, Andre Smith flying around the corner, setting the tone. And I think they will. I really think this game's going to be very close. I just think Leinster might win this game, but I've changed my prediction about 17 times this week for Glasgow and the Bulls. Maybe I'll do the same for the Stormers, but I cannot wait for these games. I will be doing a match reaction for all the games, and I'll be doing a player ratings for all the teams that have been playing this weekend for the URC as well. So stay tuned for that one. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments. Can the Stormers get a big win away from home and maybe get a home final if the Bulls win their game? It's possible. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it definitely is possible. Let me know your predictions down below. Let me know what you think of the team selections as well. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.